What's up, y'all? It's your girl MoElle, and today I am back with a tutorial. I tried miracle knots for the very first time on my own hair at home in my bathroom, and I just wanted to show you guys how I achieved this look using the feed-in method. So if you're interested in seeing that, just keep on watching. Of course, I'm going to be starting off on freshly washed and blow dried hair. You can do whatever prep that you want to do, but this is how my hair is looking before I get started. The hair that I'm going to be using for this style, I got from the TikTok shop, and this is from QVR. This is their feather crochet hair, and I got the Burmese curl pattern in 14 inches. I got 3 packs, but I only ended up using 2.5. It comes with a crochet needle, but I'm doing the feed-in method, so I didn't need that, but I am going to be using my fine-tooth comb as well as my 3-way mirror to help me with parting so that I can see what I'm doing. So I'm going to start off by pre-parting or pre-sectioning my hair. I'm going to section my hair in 3 sections, ear to ear, in all 3 sections. So the back section, ear to ear, then there's a middle section, ear to ear. You see me parting the middle section now, and that will leave 3 sections in the middle, in the back, and in the top. And when I get to that top section, I'm going to split that in half just to make sure that when I'm doing my pre-parting for my rows, that everything is symmetrical so that I can wear this style in a middle part. So that is what you see me doing now. This is what the hair looks like fresh out of the pack, and then next I'm going to show you what it looks like once I've separated the strands a little bit. What makes this hair feather crochet hair is the little thread that's in the middle, and I think this is honestly more convenient for crocheting and for doing this kind of style. So off camera, I went ahead and did the back, which I did, I think 4 rows, and I just needed to get a few under my belt so that I could really get down the, mechanism of doing this style before I showed you guys what I did. So the back is done, and now I'm just going to get started on the middle. But before I get started on the middle, what I'm basically going to do is use my sides as a guide. So you see me kind of pre-parting just to make sure, like I said earlier, that things are symmetrical. So I'm going to go through and take this first section and go ahead and pre-part the rows just so that I can make sure that everything is going to be even on both sides. And I'm just adding some braiding gel. You can use whatever kind of moisturizer or braid gel, whatever it is that you like to use to braid. I used the lock and twist or lock and braid, whatever it's called, until I had all of my sections pre-parted. So these pre-parted sections are basically going to act as a guide for me doing the middle. And I'm just going to take what I've pre-parted and just take it all the way across the middle into the other side of my head again so that everything is symmetrical, as you can see here. I'm using the brick method for my parts, meaning I'm kind of stacking the boxes on top of each other as you would lay bricks, and that's just to make it look more full. So when I get to this first braid on this row, I'm going to look at the row up underneath it as a guide, and I'm starting each of my parts in the middle of each of those boxes so that it gives the appearance of a brick. That's why it's called the brick method. So the beauty of this style is that you don't have to use any braiding hair. You literally just start each braid off with your own natural hair. So that is what you see me doing here. I'm sectioning it into 3 like I'm going to do a plait. And I probably braid down like 2 times before I add the first strand. And I like to grab where that piece of thread is that I showed you guys. That's where I like to grip at, and then I take one piece of the curly hair and kind of tuck it away so that it's not in my way, and then I keep braiding with my own 3 strands and the curly strand, and I keep braiding down until I get to the end of that piece of thread, and I can just feel it, through my fingers as I'm braiding. Once I get down to the end of the thread, I'm going to take the curly strand and just put it away out of my way and continue braiding down with just my 3 strands of my own natural hair, as you see me doing here, kind of tucking it away until I'm ready to add the next piece of curly hair. So I just repeat this process until I get to the end of the braid. And I would say I probably added like 3 to 4 pieces of curly strands on each of my plaits, except for the plaits at the nape of my neck, because I didn't want to have to deal with matting with the curly hair being right there. I don't know why curly hair always wants to mat up at the nape of the neck. So I didn't add any curly pieces on that row. But on the rest of the strands, I added like 3 to 4 pieces of curly hair. So what you see me doing is basically braiding down to I get close to the end of my own natural hair, and that's when I add my last curly strand. And I'm pretty much doing the same thing that I did with the rest of the curly strands, where I take that first piece and kind of get it out of my way, and then I continue to braid down with the curly piece and the ends of my natural hair. And I pretty much keep braiding until I get very, very close to the end of where my hair ends. And instead of braiding all the way to the tippy end, I just take some water and some of the gel and just define my ends, and then I just kind of left it like that. So at this point, I have worked my way up to the top, and I just wanted to show y'all a couple of more times how I do this process. So again, applying that gel, and then sectioning it into 3 like I'm about to start a plait, and then we just start braiding and then add the hair as I go. I didn't really have like a set amount of like passes or braids that I would do before I added the curly pieces. I just kind of played it by ear. I just added them whenever I felt like adding them. I tried to not do it the same for each braid because I really wanted this to look more like sew-in-ish and less like braids, if that makes sense. Like I wanted it to look more like curly hair than braids. So I didn't want them to look too uniform. I hope I'm explaining that correctly. Hopefully y'all get what I'm saying. But yeah, I'm just repeating all of this until I get to the very top. I'm down to the last 2 braids right now, and my face shows that I'm over it at this point. Even though this was a fairly easy style, to me, the parting is the most tedious thing. And looking back at this footage, I still didn't get my parts exactly the way I wanted them to. But now that I know how to do the style, I feel like when I do this style again, because I am going to do it again, I know how to do it more efficiently. So excuse my face, I was over at this point. It took me probably a total of 6 hours to do this style. I thought it would be a little quicker than that. I think it will be next time because, like I said, I pretty much know what to do and what not to do next time. So, yeah. Now, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, when I first finished the style, I was not in love with how it was looking. So this footage that I'm showing y'all right now is actually a week later. All I did that night was put it up in a bun, and I went to bed, and I pretty much wore it in that bun for the next couple of days, and then I took it out and started wearing it. So this is what it looks like a week later, and I was absolutely in love with the style. It definitely looks better the longer that you wear it. And all that I had done up until this point was just to to put on my scarf around my edges and then put my bonnet on for the curly pieces. That is how I maintain my hair for the most part, and I did use some edge control for my edges, of course, but that was pretty much it. Now, I have learned some things that I loved about this style, and then there are some things that I learned about this style. So if y'all are interested in me doing a separate video where I kind of talk about those things, then just let me know. But overall, now that I have worn the style, at this point I've taken it down because I did this style months ago. I'm just now getting around to editing and posting the footage, excuse me. But yeah, if y'all want to know, all of my full thoughts, then just let me know, and I have no problem doing that video for you guys. But that is pretty much all that I have for this one. Hope that you guys enjoyed it and found it informative, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.